I'm Dan Faulkner, and I'm the CTO of Plannuh. Guardrails are they're the first intelligent feature that we're rolling into Plannuh, and they are intended to take some of the most common parameters of a plan and a budget and guide users to kick off their plan well and make sure that they're configuring the basic structure of the plan within sort of normal or planner recommended ranges. We call them guardrails because we borrowed the analogy a little bit from bowling. If you've ever been bowling and you have those rails up on the side of the alley to stop you throwing a gutter ball, that's kind of the idea, to stop you sort of throwing the ball in the gutter as you set up your plan and to make sure that you keep on a good track. What inspired Guardrails was really talking to our customers, talking to early users. We found that people were very keen to get some advice, get some recommendations, and understand if the way they were setting up their plan and how they were investing their money was normal, and whether it was likely to yield a successful result. And we've seen a lot of requests for advice, to be an expertise to be built into the product, and this is our first step along that path. One thing that we measure with a guardrail is the number of goals that you have. We think that every good plan has to have a relatively tight range of goals. Everything can't be a priority, but you can't have no priorities. And we actually currently recommend between 3 and 6 goals. And if you go a little bit over, if you had 7 goals, you're not going to be penalized very strongly. But if you have less than 3 goals, and certainly if you have no goals, then we're going to move you into the red so that you're aware that you really should have goals for your plan. For marketers, what it means is they should be able to look at guardrails and have some indication from us as to whether they're working within norms. And for some people, that's going to potentially be a nice confirmation that what they're doing is okay. For some people, it might be an indication that, hey, maybe you should look at this and just check whether you've got everything lined up properly and whether you've allocated sufficient budget to your campaigns, for example, whether you've left enough money aside maybe for experimentation. And for some people, it might just highlight that they're outside of a norm. They still may decide to stay outside that norm, but it's good for them to be aware of it and to make that conscious decision. We have a pretty exciting roadmap for these intelligent features inside Plannuh, and Guardrails is just the very first step down the path. In broad terms, the next set of intelligent features that you should expect to see is something that we're calling benchmarks. And that, as the name implies, is a bit more of a more granular comparison. Many people are interested to know, am I investing the right amount in marketing full stop? And if I am investing this much in a digital campaign, what would be a normal expectation of the results from that kind of campaign? So people want to know, am I spending the right amount? Am I seeing the right kinds of results? Am I allocating my budget the appropriate way to achieve my goals compared to my peers, either within my industry or across different industries? So we think benchmarks is going to be a very valuable means of doing that. And then one step down the road from benchmarks will be recommendations. So if you have a goal of driving growth through digital demand generation, Plannuh will actually recommend to you some of the campaigns and investment levels that you might need to make to achieve those goals. And again, we just want to kind of lend a helping hand to people so they can get going more quickly and execute their plans more effectively. The big vision that we're driving with Plannuh, and particularly with some of these intelligent features, is we're trying to connect the creation of a marketing plan to the creation of the budget and connect both of those to the execution. So that connect them to the results that you achieve and the expenses that you incur. And our goal is to help people do that as efficiently and effectively as possible, but also to help people and help marketers get to better plans more quickly by using Plannuh.